The 2020 election is heating up, and election models forecasting the outcome are thick on the ground, as thick as ticks on a hound dog. And they all say the same thing. Donnie's going to win! What do we do? How could this happen? What's going on? What about all those polls in all those states that went so handily to him just 2.5 years ago, but that he's now losing by 12 points? Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, even Texas by 5 points. Add all those up, and that's almost 90 electoral votes going to the Democrat. That's an election. So how can they say that Donnie's going to win in 2020? Well, two things. First, it's called the Power of Incumbency. Yes, think about it. He has the White House, the greatest home court advantage in the history of humanity. We designed it that way. The Rose Garden, the Oval Office, the Resolute Desk, Air Force One and that Secret Service detail has window dressing. Shoot! Even tea with the Queen of England, even though she doesn't want to, she has to, it's her job. Even a bozo can look good at times like that. Or standing on Normandy Beach, honoring the fallen of World War II. Even Donnie can look good at moments like that. Second, well, it's taken us 10 years, but the economy is finally coming back. Unemployment is down, wages are up, and gas is cheap. I know, it sounds odd, but when the price of gasoline goes through the roof, we tend to throw the bums out. But when gas is cheap, we tend to think, I guess he's not so bad. He can stay on for a little bit longer. So will he? Will Donnie win in 2020? Despite his lies, his deceit, his collusion, his obstruction? Will he outrun the statute of limitations and never be punished for his sins? I wonder, because I keep thinking about Nixon and Watergate. Let me set the scene. It's the summer of '72, 6 months before the election, and his goons break into the Watergate Hotel to spy on the Democrats, and they get caught. And the White House immediately sweeps it under the carpet so they can win a historic landslide. And yet, practically the next day, his staff turn on one another. And pretty soon they're being indicted. And the nation is treated to this 18-month-long spectacle of all of his staff being indicted, one after another after another. And there's Tricky Dick Nixon saying, "I am not a crook." Sound familiar? Let's say Donnie wins in 2020. How much does he lose? Thus, my doomsday prediction for Donnie J. and Co. You see, the white-hot spotlight of that second term reveals sordid detail after sordid detail until the point it becomes positively embarrassing not to impeach him. And Donnie retreats into involuntary exile at Mar-a-Lago, where nobody answers his telephone calls. And he watches the floodwaters rise over his golf course because, hey, he never did anything about climate change. Junior goes to jail for perjury because Lindsey Graham suddenly decides there's not much of a future anymore in watching after the Trumps. Ivanka has her Chinese trademark stripped from her one after another, just as the Qataris stripped their cash from Jared's benighted Tower of Infamy in Manhattan, driving his real estate company into bankruptcy. Ivanka has to get a job selling lingerie in a ratty strip mall. Indeed, all the Trump children changed their last name because it has become synonymous with scumbag. And all because Donnie wins in 2020. Thanks for watching my video. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel. Just click on that red box below. I want to keep you laughing.